mouth. Let's get sexy and romantic, switching up the ambiance just a little bit.
So romantic.
Giving you a little bit of a moody essence while I unbox these fragrances that some I know, some I'd never heard of. Fresh out of the mailbox, we're going to be checking out a variety of different fragrances that have no synergy. One is not like the other, completely different houses. Some have hype, some are like, what the hell is even that? But hopefully they all have one thing in common. I hope they're good. Let's roll my music so I can put you on to 6 fragrances fresh out of the mailbox that cost a little bit of money.
In case you cared, out of all your friends, I wanna be
Listen, morning, my beautiful peoples, you know who it is. It's your boy, 𝐷𝐶𝐻𝐿𝐿. Feel free to leave in the comments below if you like the change of scenery, if you like the backdrop, if it feels a little bit too moody and not as exciting, or if you're feeling this flow.
Whoop-de-goddamn-de-doo! What do we have here?
So as I mentioned, we got 6 fragrances that we're going to be unboxing. Again, some I may have sampled in the past and just don't remember, and others I'm going to be smelling for the first time, and I'm going to be giving you my honest interpretations on these fragrances, if they're my style, if I would rock them, and what particular scenario I would rock them with. Now, full disclosure, none of these joints is cheap, so if you're balling on a budget, then this is probably not the video for you, but you should still watch anyway, because I'm wildly entertaining.
Yeah, I'm the man! You the man. That's what I'm talking about!
The first fragrance is probably the most expensive one, slightly polarizing scent profile, as I have smelled this fragrance before. I showcased it on IG, I even spoke about it on my IG live, and there's a ton of people that are like, and others were like, that dude's crazy because I think it's amazing, and that's by the house of Boadicea The Victorious. Big money alert! And that's Blue Sapphire. Now, first of all, the presentation of Blue Sapphire, it's absolutely beautiful. It's like stepping back into an old school Leonardo DiCaprio video, like Knights of the Round Table type look. Now, Blue Sapphire is a fragrance that has gotten a bit of notoriety for the ones who have smelled it. The entire house really produces some wildly potent fragrances, at least the ones that I have smelled, and this is no slouch to that. Now, I'm gonna give you my true and honest interpretations of this fragrance. I can see, based on the commentary and thoughts people shared with me on IG, how some people could potentially be shook trying to wear this fragrance, because it's a beast off the skin. If I'm going to interpret it in any way, now I'm not saying this is a one-to-one clone or anything, but it has been compared in the past in the space of a MFK's Oud Satin Mood, because it has that oudy silkiness about this fragrance. There is a beautiful, melodic, smooth oudiness about this scent profile, but it also has a slight fruity, aquatic style feel as well. Now, what this shit does on my skin is fan-fucking-tastical. Now, for the naysayers who don't like it, I understand. I respect it. I don't agree. This shit moves super different off of my skin, number one. Now, full disclosure, I've only worn this fragrance one full wear, and that one full wear lasted me over 14 hours. That was around a 5 or a 6 sprayer, and it was kind of stupid of me to wear this shit in the high heat. Luckily, there was like a beautiful brisk. It was like a perfect Cali style weather, at least what's described to me as California style weather, where it was breezy yet hot, sexy, it felt cooling, and the oud here wasn't fecal or animalic, but some people tend to bring up a common denominator that there's a cat piss type energy here. I've never had a cat. I don't play with cats. I lick puss. Never mind. So I don't know what cat piss smells like. Now, I don't get a pissy smell from this, but I do get some sharpness. Now, let's break down the notes of the fragrance, because there's a lot of fragrance snobs out there that like particular notes and want to know what notes are in the fragrance to see if it's their particular type of taste. Got a couple of floral components on the opening, as well as lemon, saffron, followed by the midsection, which has rose, jasmine, and magnolia. And at the base is where we get the balls. And it's pretty simple and straightforward. You got oud, amber, patchouli, boom, and you get all of those 3 base notes right at the top. Actually, it's like oud, amber, patchouli, lemon, and then you get the floral essences throughout. So the cat piss, is that coming from the chamomile? Like, I don't know what cat piss smells like. I can see that it could be slightly challenging on the opening, but isn't fragrance essentially all about the dry down? Like, the dry down for me on this scent is crazy. Is it worth full retail? No, that's crazy. I don't like paying retail for anything, but if you can get it for a little bit of a discount, I'll put the link in the description. Next one. Now, the next one is a fragrance that has been getting some burn. I had a sample of it. I truly don't remember what it smells like, but it's by the house of Goldfield and Banks, and that's Silky Woods. Now, this one I haven't smelled as of yet, so I'm going to be doing it live on camera and giving you my first impressions of Silky Woods. Hopefully it's not trash, as I truly feel the most hype fragrance from this house is what? Pacific Rock Moss, which I thought was okay, but nothing to sneeze about. Like, it was good, but not like, wow. Let's see if this matches that energy. It is absolutely gorgeous. But this also kind of reminds me of Mercedes-Benz Club Black. Like, it's a nice, smooth, ambery, vanillic tone. The vanilla is not wildly overpowering for those people who aren't big vanilla fans. There's something absolutely sexy about this fragrance, 1000%. Also more of a chilly weather fragrance, but it has a level of intimacy and sex appeal in this scent profile that I can see why people were chanting that this shit is good. Now, the notes of this fragrance is comprised of tobacco, oud, vanilla, suede, jasmine, musk, and olebdom. Now, I'm not getting a ton of tobacco off the test strip. I definitely have to give this fragrance more of a wear to see how it comprises off the skin. Actually, let me just give it a quick shot because it does have a sexy appeal on the test strip, but let me give it some more energy on skin and see if I do pick up some tobacco, because right now I'm picking up a lot of vanilla and amber with a little undertone of oud, but I want to fucking smell some tobacco. Oh, on the skin, now we're switching it up. It is very suede forward on the skin, followed by amber, then you get that vanilla essence. I mean, I'm digging for it, but I kind of get a subliminal tobacco, but it's also type placebo. Like, I read tobacco, so now my brain is really searching for that tobacco as it doesn't pop into my face. On skin, it definitely deviates from that Mercedes-Benz Club Black, as the suede component is very texturized off the skin. It's very sexy. That's a good scent. Yeah, skin makes all the fucking difference. I like how the vanilla is really toned down. Thank God I tried it on the skin. This is why sometimes you just can't go off the test strips, which I am a criminal in doing that. Habitual Offender is my name. Something elegant, something sweet, something melodic, still no tobacco, but very suede forward, and definitely chilly and cold weather. I've seen the fragrance in a lot of thumbnails, Instagram feeds, and shit like that, so I'm assuming it has some hype, but it's definitely a good fragrance with some sexy quality. So yeah, no, I actually like this shit. Next one. The next fragrance, I have limited experience with this house, but it's known to be expensive. Just when you hear the name Clive Christian, you already know, ha, it was my wallet.
When Samuel L. Jackson asked what's in my wallet, the answer is ketchup packets.
But truth be told, what makes me laugh is the actual name of this fragrance, as this is Clive Christian's Town and Country. Bitch, that's a minivan. And the reason why I know it's a minivan, because I had a Town and Country. Nothing is more embarrassing than being a teenager with a minivan with fake wood paneling. Hey, I've been broke for a while. They're finally getting some money. Fuck. True story. The hottest car I thought I had at one point was a 1993 Dodge Caravan. Motherfuckers used to call it the Green Goblin or Slimer. Now, that Caravan had two Cerwin-Vega 12-inch subwoofers, an Alpine V12 amplifier, and the bitch had herps. Like, to the point that the rear hatch would flex in such a way because of this custom ported box made by none other than Big Head 𝗿𝐿𝐼, who is an audiophile, and then it got stolen on my own block. So when you bring something in called Town and Country, first shit that's coming into my head was childhood and Caravan. But let's see how this shit smells, because I'm not familiar. Whoa, holy shit. Wow, tart, lemony, spicy. Uncle Coco's getting goose pimpies. Holy shit, that is good. Wow. Listen, I don't know if you can see them there, but wow, woof, double goose pimps. This can absolutely be one. Now, it's nothing complicated, or maybe not a DNA that you haven't smelled before, but it is a bright, super red and black peppery, lemon tart, bergamontish kind of fragrance that has beautiful brightness and a nice little vetiver dryness on this joint. I feel like I'm pretty much pinpointing all the notes without having read them yet, but this I can 100% pull off. I mean, you saw double goose pimples, fam. And again, not complicated, and I don't know what the price point of this joint is, but I can tell you that, wow, this smells beautiful. This is 100% up my alley. Oh, I need to look up the notes. There might be tobacco in this joint. The fuck? I think Fragrantica is dropping the ball when it comes to this particular fragrance, because they have it indicated as only 3 notes: clary sage, ambergris, and sandalwood. Not what my nose is picking up at all. Honestly, the way that my nose is interpreting this fragrance is an underlying tobacco scent with lemon, tart, red and black pepper, vetiver style vibes. Clary sage? Not necessarily. Ambergris, I can pick up. And sandalwood, sure. But honestly, none of those are really like the stars. Like, I'm getting pepper, vetiver, citrus, bright, sexy, spicy. Nah, bitch, this is a fire. I hate the name, Town and Country. It's just traumatic for me. But the scent itself, this is delicious. This might be the scent of the day. Next one. Now let's get refined and sexy with a little 𝐿𝐼𝐼𝐼 Black Caviar. I don't know about you, if you've ever held an 𝐿𝐼𝐼𝐼 bottle, it's intimidating. This shit is heavy as fuck. Like, you better have a stable fragrance display to hold this fragrance. I think this shit is at least 200 plus grams. This is no joke. Let's see what Black Caviar is doing up in here. very, first thing that comes into my head, black caviar. This is a suit and tie situation, tuxedo, not the fragrance tuxedo, like wearing a tuxedo. Powdery, soft, sexy, unique. Wow, this is very handsome. There is a little bit of a caviarish kind of fish eggy undertone there, like aquatic-y, probably ambergris, oceanic kind of essence here. This is uber classy, but it's not old though. It doesn't smell like a dated, washed up old man or like an old school barbershop fougere. This is wildly elegant. There's like a sophisticated dude who has a story to tell. There's a mentholic, dry herbalness in this scent also. Bro, this is super classy, non-offensive, very good. Fuck, we're hitting very good right now with this haul. There's something very green and mentholic here, tiger balmish, but subtle. Like it's creating like my lungs opening up a little bit, like a little Vicks vapor rub kind of energy subliminally. But you get this silky, powdery, green, herbal, cypriol oil kind of sexiness. Ooh, what's in this shit? All right, so the fragrance does have caviar. I do get that 100%. That fantasy note, they really nailed the fuck out of this joint. So at the top, it's caviar, oud, and cedar, followed by rosemary, lavender, and sage. And at the base, oak moss, vetiver, and patchouli. I get it. Gentlemen, this is like a tuxedo scent. This is a ballroom. This is a gala. This is networking and mingling with like corporate individuals of high net worth that you're trying to get in that inner circle. This is a surprising scent. Like, I haven't smelled a full-blown tuxedo, ultra classy, yet non-offensive or wildly loud scent profile in a minute. Like, most of them have like a level of versatility in them. This, I just feel, is more black tie affair. This scent is pretty much, I'm gonna fly under the radar and catch you slipping. Like, we're gonna have a conversation, and I may look like a piece of shit, but I can hold the conversation. I know a little bit about this and a little bit about that. I'm an intriguing person to speak with. I'm not just a fucking hood rat. This is very good. Wow, 4 for 4. Now this next fragrance I have absolutely smelled, and not only smelled, reformulated, because I went to an event hosted by Quintessence and the brand of the House of Oud, and this one is their lure release, White Pearl. Now I have smelled White Pearl, full disclosure, this is feminine. So is this a fragrance that the dudes are gonna wear, or is Uncle Cuba gonna wear? No. So I'm going to be giving you the perspective if I would like to wear this on a female, or I mean, you know, my wife, particularly, because I don't smell other women.
It isn't fair.
One thing I gotta say is that there's very few people that are putting in the artwork that the House of Oud fragrances have. These little egg hand-painted bottles are absolutely spectacular. So this is the base, you take it off, you turn it around, that's the atomizer. Gorgeous artistic pieces that anybody would want to have on their mantle, and anybody who comes over, this is something you can keep like above the fireplace type shit. Like, people are gonna be like, what the hell is that? They're gonna think it's Fabergé or something like that. Gorgeous, gorgeous presentations. Let's get that out of the way. So the reason why I said reformulating this fragrance is because the perfumer held a masterclass when I went to that event and pretty much put the fragrance in a bottle and said, make it your own. Gave us a bunch of the little, what is it, pipettes or whatever, a variety of different naturals, and said, make it into your own, switch it up and see if your combination is better than mine, hopefully not, or twist it up and make it your own. So it was definitely a fun interactive experience that I've never did, and I never seen a perfumer, yo, switch my shit up and hopefully it comes out better or not. Now the combinations that I made, I think came out absolutely spectacular, and I was able to reduce White Pearl down to something that was a little bit more masculine, and I think it was because I bumped up a bit of cashmere, and believe it or not, added like a little bit of a rose element to the fragrance that gave it slight bit edge of boldness to it with those two ingredients and made it a little bit more masculine. Now for a woman, and the 5% of women that follow me, you bunch of crazy broads, I love all of you, this is beautiful, soft, sensual, elegant, classy, can absolutely be pulled off on a daily wear. You will never offend anybody. You're also not gonna smell like a teeny bopper who used to wear jelly slippers back in the day. It is soft and romantic and cuddly. This is a close encounter scent. This is non-offensive. This I wouldn't consider a party scent for a woman, but I would consider it a date night scent, something very elegant, a beautiful sundress type situation. I think that would look wildly elegant. Shorty just got her hair done, spent $785, added a little bit of a color highlight. Maybe she got some layers and waves and just looking like a bad piece of everything I want, while spraying this in their hair smelling fantastical. Let's see what the notes are again. Now the notes of White Pearl are as follows: ylang-ylang, cardamom, and pink pepper, followed by iris, tonka bean, and rose, and at the base we got marine or aquatic notes and ambergris. Now for me, it's something about ylang-ylang that doesn't necessarily agree with my skin and usually comes off a little bit more feminine than I would like. When it's at a prominent or at an opening, it kind of deters it. So that's why probably when I added those different oils to my combination. I think it dumbed down or reduced that 𝐖𝐼𝐼𝐿𝐒, and even adding that, I forgot what type of rose it was, added more of an essence that I would personally pull off. But this in its own presentation, as it's supposed to be, I can't pull this off. This is very feminine. But again, for my female followers, very classy, very beautiful. I wouldn't categorize it as sexy. I would just keep it in that beautiful, classy lady in the street, but a freak in the bed. And the final fragrance is another Clive Christian, only this one is Cashmere Musk. Musk prominent fragrances also can be challenging for me. Sometimes they just come off, I don't know, just a little weird and just like a deep musky, cottony kind of So I don't know what to expect from this one. I know nothing about this scent also, but we'll find out now. No. This is not what I would categorize as just musk. Yo, the Clive Christians today are the ones that are producing the fucking goose pimples. Not full blown, but they're coming. Citric, underlying, creamy, lactose-ish, creamsicle-ish musk is how I would describe this fragrance. Watch the notes be like, oh, the note is water. Very elegant as well. Again, I'm getting a orange, creamsicle-ish kind of musky vibe. Slightly dry, a mild floral powderiness, maybe in that irisy 𝗿𝐼𝐼 kind of space. Masculine, but not offensive. Soft, yet not weak. Handsome, but not fuckboy energy. Very interesting take on what they feel it's musk. I get that warm, cozy vibe from this scent. I'm gonna have to go on skin with this one also. That's fucking, yo, Clive Christian, bro. Listen, I'm surprised. There was a point where I liked maybe just a couple of Clive Christians, and what is it, Rock Rose was one that really I loved, but these two are fucking slowly climbing up. Goose pimples don't lie, fam. I spit on my lip. Definitely muskier, but it's a clean musk, cottony. Look at the fucking goose pimples, dogs. Elegant, soft, powdery, floral. What's in here? How fucking wild. Like, the notes in this fragrance seem like the notes that would be for the Clive Christian town and country, but it happens to be in here because it starts off with like lemon, Sichuan pepper, ginger and pink pepper with blood orange, followed by cashmere, green leaf, Egyptian jasmine and florals, and at the base ambroxan, gaiac wood, and musk. It's another banger, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. I think it's beautiful. Not fuckboy, not clubbing, easy daily wear, versatile enough to be a signature scent, and definitely has some sexy vibrancy. So this is part of the, what I like to call the alphabet collection. You know, they have it listed as their private collections, like 𝐸𝐴, 𝐷ICK, I don't know, there's a bunch of them. But also, extraordinarily good, and it seems to be the two Clive Christians are the ones that gave me the crazy goosebumps. But out of the entire haul, I can't say that there was one bad, other than the House of Oud one, which is not bad, but it's not something that I would personally pull off, because it leans a lot more feminine. This was an amazing haul, actually. I'm wildly impressed. There's a beautiful dichotomy of different scents and profiles and sensations and feelings that you're getting from these scents. Now, granted, again, this isn't a budget on the balling list. We got some niche snobs, we got some people who want to know true interpretations from the biggest in the game of what I think of these type fragrances, and I'm sharing that with y'all. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Which one of these fragrances, based on my description, captivate your attention, or have you smelled any of them and definitely agree or disagree on my thoughts? Leave it in the comments below. I'll leave links in the descriptions to any of these fragrances, and let me know if there's any other fragrances from any of these particular houses that need to be showcased on the channel. I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know what it is. Banks in the game. Smooches.
Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's long since you never get in. It's long since that you would think that you would